With Star Wars The Force Awakens now just a few months away, Lucasfilm has released an immersive 360 video of Jakku on its Facebook page. The video allows you to look around all directions as you speed past the crashed Star Destroyer featured in The Force Awakens trailer. Christian, is the new video an effective piece of marketing for the new film?
Absolutely. And it's specifically great for fans that are looking forward to Star Wars, that they play it, they hear the Jakku. You could kind of, that's what I did. I mean, you guys know I'm a hardcore fan. I heard you could see a little bit more.
Really?
I am. I didn't know you know this about me, Makuga, but
you're into Star Wars?
I like it a little bit. Intern, a little bit. So I'm on the speeder, and I find myself going back to look all around the planet. Who's next to me? Was that a Wookiee? Look to the left. I'm looking at the Star Destroyer, just trying to figure out like clues. So it's fun because you start, and with social media, it starts getting out there. But the question is it an effective marketing tool to people who don't really know anything about Star Wars, or casual fans? And I believe that it is as well too, because the same thing with social media. You're going to stumble upon it, and it is there are a lot of people out there that have no idea what the hell Jakku is. And then because they see this, they go, oh, interesting. They might do research on it. They might go, oh, Jakku, oh, it's a new planet. And then some people might go, like my dad, I'm just going to go see Star Wars in a theater. I'm going to play some, and turns into Nick Nolte. So, but yeah, I think it's anything right now that they're doing, I think they're doing it in an effective way. And this new technology is another way to do it.
I know this isn't a buy or sell segment, but if you had told me even just 3 days ago that on Thursday we'd be covering a piece of promotional material for the new Star Wars The Force Awakens and for the new Angry Birds movie, and that I was going to buy the Angry Birds movie and sell the Star Wars one, I would have said you're crazy. However, that's what's happening. I didn't like it. I thought honestly, I was excited when I heard about it. I'm like, what? There's this what? And I went and watched. It was nothing. I mean, it's a very interesting piece of technology. And I think the things you might be able to do in the future with technology like that for immersive marketing could be very, very interesting. But I'll be honest with you, I sat down, I filled with it for about 5 minutes, and it's like, okay, I'm just looking around at some stuff, nothing earth-shattering here, nothing really I haven't seen in the trailer per se. So I was just meh. So I'm not moved by it personally. What about you, Josh?
I mean, I think I'm somewhere in between you guys. I love to see anything Star Wars, but it just felt like kind of a boring first-person shooter that was a little short. There's obviously the graphics are fantastic, but I mean, you could go back to that original PlayStation game of the pod race, and it's sort of in the same thing. I don't want to insult anything about Star Wars Force Awakens, and I have a personal interest in the video game, but it's just something about it was just average. I didn't think that they're doing anything life-changing with it, because every time something Star Wars with this Force Awakens drops up, the internet explodes, everybody's head explodes. You see people like stormtroopers running in the streets and shooting off their lasers. This was just seemed like a little bit of a Facebook ploy. I mean, I would much rather go play Angry Birds and go through this again.
You bastards. I have to disagree with that, because the other reason, what it does, like you mentioned, it's a cool piece of technology. This piece of technology was more or less debuted with Jakku, showing people who had never seen or heard this before. Now that ties into the first time you ever saw it or heard it through The Force Awakens, through this planet. I think that it's more than just a first shooter. I really do, because I think you're not getting many details about the story. It's just more of going, remember, it's coming out soon. And then this is another fun way to do it. The same way they do with coloring books. It's just,
I think I would have had more fun with the coloring book.
The hell with you guys.
Well, I also think too is when I got to the page, they were like, you have to download this new program. I'm like, ugh.
Well, that was annoying.
Yes.
Okay.